Hi guys! Today I'm super excited to give you my spoiler-free review for The Expanse Season 6. This is the 6th and final season and it comes to Prime Video on December 10th, but I have already seen all of the episodes. I can't wait to dive into this review with you guys, but if this is your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this, like TV reviews, movie reviews, trailer reactions, and of course celebrity interviews. Okay? Let's talk The Expanse. Hey, Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Okay guys, so I've got to admit I have not read the books yet. After becoming obsessed with this series after season 1, I did purchase the first 6 books, which I own right now, and I have yet to dive into them because, well, I really just didn't want spoilers. I wanted to be able to experience this series through television first and then go back and read the books where I'm sure you're going to get a lot more details and I'm going to get a lot more information about all of these characters. I'm also very interested to see how similar things play out, especially in the final few seasons. Now that I have seen all 6 episodes of season 6, I plan to start reading them, but let's talk about The Expanse season 6. You guys, like I just said, 6 episodes. There are only 6 episodes. We are used to 10 episodes to flesh out every season. And that is felt. That is the first thing I want to talk about. It really feels very rushed. Certain moments, certain things, certain aspects of this story feel a little too rushed where I'm just like, I really wish I could have had more time to flesh out what was going on here. Now, that's not to say that each character doesn't get their time to shine, because they do. And we get a lot of completed story arcs, a lot of fantastic story arcs that I really enjoyed. There's a lot of redemption, right? There's a lot about redemption and forgiveness and just standing up for what you think is right, which really, honestly, is a lot of what The Expanse has been, but we get that in this final season. There's a lot of putting aside your differences and working together towards a common threat, which I thoroughly enjoyed as well. I loved the moments we got with each of the characters. There wasn't one main character that I thought, no, they wouldn't do that. That wouldn't be this road for them. Now, this is likely ripped from the pages of the books, so those of you that know the books, I imagine we've got a very similar outcome for most of the characters. And from what I've been told, the 6 books pretty much line up with these 6 seasons, and then I know there are some books in the future that once I finish the 6, I'm probably going to pick those up. Do we know if we're going to get a series for that? No. But I will say, not knowing what goes on in those future books, those 3 other books, 7, 8, and 9, there is a small subplot in season 6, and I don't want to give too many details, but they even do describe it in the synopsis as a new power rising on a planet beyond the rings. And it's a very small subplot that we don't get too much of. Sometimes it's confusing because you're like, wait, I haven't even seen this for like an episode and a half. What is going on? And there's not a lot there, and they never resolve it. So to me, this really felt like something that is setting up for a spin-off series. Now, whether this is going to be a complete spin-off and perhaps it's something that's not in the books, I don't know because I haven't read the books. But perhaps maybe this is something that leads into those 3 books that are set in the future. I'm not entirely sure. I will know once I dive into the books, or those of you who have read the books, you probably know already. But that doesn't take away from the season as a whole. It just feels weird. It feels like a weird subplot. Why did we get it? I don't understand what's happening. I feel like you're just setting up for something in the future. Now, there's not a whole lot I can say about this series, or about this season, I should say. It starts on December 10th, and we get 1 episode a week for 6 weeks until the finale in February. And I'm really excited for Expanse fans to check this out. As someone who hasn't read the books but has been a massive fan of the series from the time it started, it really feels like that epic finale we all deserved. And I'm very excited to, I think I'm going to watch it again to really get everything all in and take it all in. But I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Again, I think the characters all got the arcs and the time that they deserved, the moments they deserved. The finale was fantastic. The final episode is insane. I mean, this season as a whole, I think because it's so shortened, it feels very intense. There are high stakes here. I mean, Marco Inaris is literally just throwing asteroids and attacking Earth and Mars, as we know from season 5. And, you know, they've got to decide, like, who are we bringing together to this fight? Who's going to come into this fight? And I will say that the war times do threaten to tear apart the crew of the Rocinante, which was a little sad because I do love that crew. And I don't like seeing them fight. But, you know, it is what it is. And they need to put the heaviness of war. That's a good word for it. Heaviness of war and what it does to people on the screen. And I think that they did do that. They did a very great job of it. And again, it's probably something that's ripped right from the books, I would imagine, because it feels like it fits from everything we've seen in the previous 5 seasons. But again, it does feel a little rushed at times. You're like, wait, I really would have loved more time in this conversation. But, also on the flip side of that, being only 6 episodes, it felt very intense and high stakes and like you're on the edge of your seat almost the entire season. So that is one thing too. And again, I got to watch these back to back. I got to binge this back to back. So maybe that's part of it too. You guys are going to be able to watch them one episode at a time and then have a full week to really think about it and digest on that one particular episode, which honestly is probably a better way to watch it than to binge it. So for those of you that are going into season 6, let me know if you're excited. Let me know your thoughts. I want to hear all about it down below in the comments. I will say overall, I really enjoyed this. I mean, of course, we get some awesome, super cool space battles per usual. The visuals are great. There's some visuals that are a little, there was like one fight explosion moment when you were like, oh, what are they doing? It feels like, someone did this on PowerPoint in the 90s. I don't know what it was. But that was one quick moment, and I will say the notes said this is not finished visuals, so it may be changed by the time it airs. It was in one of the later episodes. But overall, thoroughly enjoyed it. Really great. It was again, on the edge of your seat, intense, moving fast, which I really enjoyed. But at the same time, it was almost a little too fast, felt a little too rushed, but we got the finale that we deserve for those of us that have hung on here for so long, hung in with this series through everything that changed when it switched from Sci-Fi to Prime Video. I mean, listen, I'm very happy with the finale here, although I'm sad because I want more. I love these characters. I love Holden and Naomi and Amos. I love Amos and even Clarissa. I've grown to really appreciate this season. And who doesn't love Drummer? I mean, listen, this has just it's been great to watch these characters grow and develop over the years. And really, I feel like the majority of their story arcs were just done so well and so relatable and felt real to their characters, which is always extremely important. And that's why I feel like it must be heavily influenced from the book. I think I've read, people have told me that have read the books that this is very similar to the books. There's certain things here and there that you just have to change, but overall, it really feels like it's true to the books, which has me excited to dive into them now that I have finished The Expanse. So it's sad to say that the series is over. My biggest issues are that random subplot and that it feels a bit rushed. But overall, I give The Expanse Season 6 a 4.5 out of 5. It's exactly what I wanted from this series and from this finale and this final season, even though it was only 6 episodes. And I can't wait to hear what you guys think about it. As you're watching the episodes, please come back and tell me your thoughts. And when you finish the season, I would love to hear what you think as well. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more reviews like this, trailer reactions, and celebrity interviews. You guys can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Mama's Geeky over there. MAMASGEEKY. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.